And what's going on? My name is Carlos Sweeting, and my co-host today is
I'm George C. Missick.
Mr. Missick. How are you? How are things?
Good man. Good day to be alive. I feel lucky. I feel like Trump.
What? Boy, that's a hell of a feeling. Boy, I don't know what to say about that.
How are you?
Boy, I can't complain. Right there
Oh man.
amongst the prickle getting jumped.
Yeah. Why we here?
Yeah, at least we had to complain, but that's the good part.
Yeah, I'll take that any day.
Any and every day. Anyway, let's find out what's going on in the news.
And that comes right from the government services, comes right out of Border Patrol. Take a look at that. So that arrow is the lowest amount of illegal immigration ever in recorded history into our country. And then the worst president in the history of our country took over. And look what happened to our country. Probably 20 million people. And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
Move to spare. Hold. When you're ready. On you.
Ready?
Move.
Up.
Move. Go.
Up. Hawkeye's here.
We ready?
Okay, we are watching live at a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, where former President Trump was speaking on the stage. There has been some kind of disturbance that clearly sets law enforcement and Secret Service into motion, immediately jumping around the former president in a protective mode. The crowd has been screaming. They are standing by. You can hear some voices there saying, "Are we ready to go? Are we ready to go?" We are looking at President Trump. This does not look good. I'm going to be honest with you. From what we can see right here, it looks like they are attempting to move him out, that he may have been injured.
Okay, I just had to show you that. I have seen assassination attempts. I have seen assassinations just by YouTube, and they shoot Ronald Reagan. They did some things back in the day.
Yep.
This the worst excuse for an assassination I have ever seen. Hey, I ain't saying it ain't true. I ain't saying they ain't trying to kill him, but I just saying this a piss poor job of doing it. This look like a reality show trying to do an assassination. This look like SNL, Saturday Night Live, trying to do an assassination. This look like some type of hip hop. I don't know what the Kardashian assassination, because you see the end of that. To the end of that, he get up and he.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I know. George, I've been to hospital. I know, but some guns, them and thing being around or whatever.
Yeah.
I have been in situations where me and my boys riding down the road and they were shooting. The people running one way, my car going the next way. I just stopped. I didn't know what to do. I was like, hold on, what's going on here? But
Yeah.
this fella carrying on like he bulletproof, like he get up from there and he took one in the chest and that was it, and they can't do nothing with me and all of this and all of that.
Ain't get no confirmation that the shooter dead. Ain't no more shooters.
Nothing. Because usually, if you go back to the Ronald Reagan, I'm thinking when he gets shot, They grab him, they whisk him off, and he was gone. He ain't
Yeah,
no
yeah,
pumping, no fish.
yeah, yeah.
He ain't-
That's a dangerous situation. Yeah, yeah.
This is a very serious situation here. What? Like I probably didn't say so much. I can let you tell me what you think of this, because I and the Emmy goes too. That's all I can say.
Like,
What
okay.
say ye?
Yeah, so I think the Republicans blaming the Democrats, suspicious of the Democrats suspicious of the Republicans. It's like you said, we have to put some of these things in perspective now. Like it's someone first called me, tell me, oh, Trump get, oh, big Republican. Oh, it's a sniper, some hit, some, I said, sniper. I said, I don't really see my sniper miss their mark. Like, clear, like, you shooting the wrong people. A lot of killing innocent people and stuff now. The person who you're supposed, who the hell get shooting their ass? Like, yeah, so, and then the next friend of mine, again, I know some people who, being on the street, know some.
Yeah.
So I asked him the same, what you think? Fella said, listen, anybody you just get shot, you ain't just hear the bullets or you just got shot. So you actually get hit, your blood coming down or whatever. And you, like you said, you get up, you talking about where my shoe, where my this. Isn't in your mind thinking about at the time? Like you thinking, boy, I need to get out of here. Am I dead? Am I alive? Like, let's do it. Put me back down. Let me, like, you weren't there. Don't leave my shoes over there. Like, come on. Like, the fist bump and say, ain't nobody got no presence of mind like that after going through that type of traumatic experience, right? The next day, he back on the stage, he back there with a little band-aid on the ears. Like you said, it's too clean. If he survive a real shooter, he has to be the luckiest person in the world. Like they said, it doesn't make sense about it. How you miss a fellow climbing up with a whole big semi-automatic weapon. You gotta climb up on the roof. Say the place they climb up on was full of Secret Service people and police. Y'all didn't hear the noise on the roof. I see one dude in the crowd say he was telling the people, man, y'all see the fella up there with the big gun, like what crawling, a bear crawling on, everyone looking at each other like, what? So yeah, I don't believe much now. I mean, the good thing about Trump is Trump exposed so much things about America, like don't believe everything you see, don't believe everything you hear. The timing is so impeccable just before the RNC, the convention, to get a boost in the polls. So I'm not convinced that this was no real attempt because, like you said, most people, especially, you only got one shot. I mean, you had but 5.
Yeah.
But
I understand that one yet.
Yeah, to mess that up, I mean, they find one little Yankee hillbilly boy. And the messed up part, the boy is a registered Republican, not even a Democrat.
Yep.
Like, so there's so much things about this. Like you said, no history, nothing, no whatever. To me, just some young person they set up to get killed. Right?
That's all.
Yeah.
You ever watch wrestling? I know they have this move on wrestling, right, where they get the chair and they get the chair and they hit across the fella head and the fella's grabby head and go to the ground.
All of a sudden, all kind of blood.
All kind of blood and all kind of thing. That's what that reminds me of. Come going down, he come back up, his ass was bleeding. That's the reddest blood I ever seen in my whole life. And he's there, what did I see? What I just saw? Did my eyes really tell me this was an assassination? Man, it looked so bad. I don't know. When USA first came out, they had these shows, these movies used to come on USA at night, B movies. That's what that would look like, a B movie that just wasn't produced. It was filmed with your phone. It just didn't look professional at all. The Secret Service, them ain't none got on no tie. They just got on, how they just put the earpiece and they think them and that put some shades. Now you Secret Service. That's all they look like. It was just horrible. My problem with all of this is if this is America is turning into a reality show, if this is where we going, we in plenty trouble. Us in the mama, if America catch the cold, we blow our nose. This ain't looking good. This ain't looking good at all. How can we especially with our politics. Our politics is a little different. Our politics is like religion. We don't play with things like this. We take our things serious. But if we seeing silly things like this happening, we ain't gonna be far behind. And I hope, and we can talk with this a little later in our question of the day. But we have to now be very wary of what's going on in America because we like to travel there, what they doing, because this is now a whole new group set of people who are doing a whole different new set of things. And we have to be very mindful of what's going on here. But Biden and Trump, this ain't looking good. I don't think you ain't got no winners out of this one. This one.
No.
This one ain't looking good.
Yeah, it's yeah. I don't even know what to say. It's good TV. But it's good TV and it's bad TV because if it's good TV, like you say, it could have been better. Let's make this a little bit more. I don't even know if the person who they say dead, they're really dead.
No. I think so. This is just horrible for any and all of us to watch. I feel this is disgraceful, and there's no way we can continue like this. No way. No way. And then what? I got the commenter saying, "Boy," and then he on say. Then he went golfing the next day, and he didn't even have a bandage on his hair, not even a scab. And say, what madness is this? Come on, man! If you can lie to me, man, lie to me, man. Let's go all the way through.
What they say? Die with the lie. Like take a day off. Take a sick break. Come on.
I like to see people commit to their foolishness. What Shaggy say? Wasn't me? Yeah, and he stick with that through the whole song. It wasn't me.
Yeah. I agree with you. I'm not sold. You.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. This we can't make it like this. This ain't gonna make it.
I don't even know if it's necessary because I guess he's not taking anything for granted this election. Last time he thought he had Biden. Biden's still old. People don't want him, but still, vote is tricky. So. Yeah, probably something to kick it over the top, and I believe that was it. Then he came out the next night and announced his new deputy. It's like the same thing we see throughout Hollywood and music industry. Every time someone about to drop an album or new movie, some scandal kick up, something
stupid happen.
Right?
Yeah.
When you listen, they just happen to be dropping their book tomorrow. We seen this book before.
Yeah, I guess I'm getting too old for this. I guess been there, done that.
It's been done. It's been done.
Anyway, let's take a commercial break and we'll be right back. And we're back. Boy, George, I know we're getting ready to watch the Olympics and everything, and it did me so proud to see our Bahamian basketball team come. One win away from qualifying for the Olympics. And they play so good. Everybody they bring, and I can be a little petty in this. I can tell you right now. I think it's a setup. I think all these people they bring, the team they play was like they was in the top 5 in the world. They bring why you had to bring the top 5 in the world to play us to qualify to get to the Olympics? And we got to play them anyway somewhere down the line if we make the Olympics. Why you had to bring them? Way number 15, way number 16. These all us together scrapping together. You ain't got to bring America and the top team them and all these things to play against us for us just to qualify for the Olympics. It looked dirty. I can tell you, it looked dirty. I don't like how it looked. I don't like how it feels. Like I say, it looked personal to me. Yeah. And I think we did a wonderful job, and I love it. how we came this close, and I think we only can get better. But I just feel they didn't want us to win this one. They didn't want us to qualify. They look a little suspect. What you think?
Yeah, I don't know how we gonna get out of this, but we in this bully world in America and these big countries they just bully us. They bully us.
Mhm.
This their playing field, right? So they determine who's gonna come and who's not gonna come. The Bahamas, who y'all think y'all are, right? So I think these things are, like you said, gerrymandered in a way,
Yep.
like you said, to keep us keep players like us out, right? And when you look at even the Olympics, most things I like nowadays, I like to follow the money, right? These things have become very lucrative for the
Yes.
US, and even in terms of them being able to rehost these Olympics, brings in a lot of income into the country. These people
Hmm.
go to win a lot of medals, so a lot of them get the big endorsement deals. There's a lot of money flowing. Like some
Uh
of
huh.
us think we just going to win a medal, right? Like, oh wow, right? I don't think America and these countries look at it the same way and until we really realize what's at stake, just like you say, how we questioning now the Trump shooting, and you have to question everything. And until you really fight back and call out, you understand what's going on. I think it's more than sports. We look at it as sports and come, but at the end of the day, that's about money. this is about money, and so yeah, get them out. I think all LeBron them suit up. LeBron got gold medals. He win all kind of right. But they know again, these people just greedy, right? So rather than send someone else in, never been to the Olympics before, they won't go because what happened? That make me sell more jerseys. That make me do that, right? It's a domino effect, and most of people aren't wired. We don't think like that. So we ain't really thinking about money. We just thinking, boy, we got to go get one bronze or get one medal,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Come back to the Bahamas. I'm gonna get 1 acre of land from the government somewhere in the bush,
Yeah.
right?
With
Good
no
job in there.
utilities.
Yeah, it's a lot bigger than that. And I think when we really start together as money hungry, if we ever do or whatever, and start to, then we'll call out these things. We'll advocate more for being and getting in these things, and we'll approach it in a different way because we missing the boat. We ain't connecting all the dots. And it's more than just losing out, like you said. It's more than just. There's a reason they send number 5 down there, right? Yeah. Okay, these dudes. We gonna make sure just in case they
Yep.
get that far.
Yep.
Right? We gotta put the smack down because we don't need the Bombers in there clogging up. We don't need no upset nowhere, right? So we have to set up in a way that these countries with the big fans base and everything, they're gonna come out, they're gonna support, they can do this, and it all adds to Team USA and all these people making their big bucks.
Yeah, but we have to realize the same thing in the Bahamas because when we have Olympic champions, everybody, believe it or not, in the world is glued to their TV. When we had the Golden Knights won, when we had the
Mhm.
Golden Girl won, when we had oh Lord, I can't remember the name, the Miller Girl, when she won, when Stephen Gardner won, we got the people glued in. They know who, and guess what? They can watch it and they can remember because why? You remember when the Miller Girl died?
Yeah,
They
yeah,
carry on so bad. Oh, that's not fair. She can't do that. No, that's against the rule. So they had to go back a couple years and say, you remember when that gal from the US died? And y'all
yeah,
gonna say, oh, great move, way to go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They forget. But we have to realize we are now making history and people all over the world will remember us.
yeah, yeah,
And we have to learn, just like America, to capitalize on these
yeah.
things.
Yeah,
And,
you're making enemies also when you make history because you're embarrassing them. Like I did this exercise. I was looking at Team USA, and these qualifying time, boy, they got one team, one track and field team. Boy, I looking trying to see how the beam bombers gonna squeeze one medal. Like, it must be Devin Charlton, maybe Gardner, but boy, they got some competition in there. I looking for
but
that Jamaican boy to win that one. I need him to win that 100.
But George, you have to realize, since the time of Usain Bolt, especially in track and field, the
Yeah,
Caribbean has been dominating,
dominating.
especially the
Yep,
big races. And
yep.
America ain't take kindly to this. Yo, hold
No,
on,
sir.
yo, who these people children is? We ain't have them here. fair rate them. How
Nope.
they get here winning? And that's why I think for the basketball team, they had to say, it ain't gonna be no more sports.
Yeah,
Y'all
nope.
coming trying to sneak in here and we think
Nope.
we ain't see y'all. I see you. I see, buddy. I see, Aiton. No, y'all don't try that.
Yeah.
Got
You
these slick
see
set
they
there,
both
God and everything, trying to slip in there too. No.
Yeah. And they both Clay card. Like, no, sir,
Yeah,
Clay.
yeah. When they hear Clay will say, no. You don't try that. Don't try that. No, but my daddy, your daddy, boy,
Nope.
all of y'all will be out this country by the end of this month.
Yeah, you don't end up playing in China this year. You better sit back, sit small. You have to
Because
do it.
okay, you know it's funny this because look, I don't want to bring this up. Look at Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard say he can't play no more. And that's a whole nother story because I think the Clippers tell him, buddy, you ain't play for me all year. You think
of course.
you in Paris to go ooh la la and all about.
No, you're gonna get injured. Yeah.
You know you get hurt. So then they replace him with the boy from Boston.
Oh.
And it ain't the right boy from Boston.
Oh, and the MVP. And the boy who win the MVP.
No. Not the Eastern Conference MVP, not that finals MVP. No, we
What
ain't
a $300 million contract.
No. He ain't good enough. Why you ain't pick him? What this boy do? I mean, I know they will put shine a light on Tatum, right? You know, you didn't like skin the curly hair. I know he's the closest thing to being Lynn on their side. So they gotta pick him. This boy got the numbers to show you. As a matter of fact, Kawhi even ain't been in seconds because Kawhi ain't play all year. I done do all these things. Y'all ain't put my name on the roster. And then when there's a break or there's an open, you pick someone else.
On my team, there is who no, at least pick him from a different team, Gallo. My God. Yeah,
don't insult me like that. My God, man. I human being. I people children, you can try do this to me and act like I wasn't saying nothing about this. Come on, man.
Ain't no God in that.
No, they ain't no Jesus. They don't know Jesus at all. But there was a reason why it was done. I would love to know the reason why. They ain't gonna say. But it's still back to that big money and controlling certain things. I backing you on this 100%.
Yeah, didn't they say it had something to do with Kyrie and they excluded Kyrie because of Kyrie. Remember Kyrie with the Jewish thing, and then Jaylen Brown was one of the people who support Kyrie a lot with that, right? With Nike again, say Nike make one call and tell them that don't put that boy on, right? And remember Jaylen Brown is one athlete who don't have no endorsements and all that stuff. So obviously he get blackballed. Now they might look at him because right now he trending, he making money. You know Nike them, they like money, so that trumps everything, right? So he might get one call.
I can throw the smoke off him. They come and sign him today or tomorrow because they say Jaylen Brown used to wear Nike shoes, but he used to take the swoosh off of it. So they couldn't tell what he was wearing.
Yeah.
But these fellas, it's all about control. I 100% agree with you. It's all about control. It's all about that money. It's like when who was Donald Trump owned Miss Universe now? Donald Trump, I believe, or
I don't think Donald Trump. No, we can't have Donald Trump owning nothing with no woman in it. No.
I try to read. I know one company, somebody owned the Miss Universe, something, and I was like, hold on, somebody could own it. I figure all the countries come together to do this thing. Wow, how is this possible? But these things are big business, just big money. Everybody can want to represent their country. Everybody wants to see their country. That's big ratings. To get these commercials on, that's millions and millions and millions of dollars. That's how they living. It's big money, George. And I understand why they're doing what they're doing, but it taking out me being patriotic. I want to support my Americans or Bohemians or whoever I feel at the time I want to support. But when you're obviously picking and putting these teams together, that USA Dream Team, sometimes I want America to lose, you know.
Yeah. I agree. It's going back to that conversation we had with LeBron again last time, right? When the Dream Team went and Larry Bird, they put Larry Bird them in there. I think it's the first Dream Team. Larry Bird was Larry Bird, so you give him the legend
Yep.
sport, whatnot, right?
Yep.
But
Uh-huh.
like going back, like LeBron, them they old. Now, if I can see if you ain't never been to the Olympics, you ain't, but this dude's already been there. This just been
Yep.
hogs, right? Like you don't need you if you can lose. Like you're not one of the best players in now. You already have one of the medals in there, so you can't say there's something I want to have. No, you want to win 2 or 3, right? I don't know how much time they got it, but
They made it mandatory that they send the big dogs because they don't want nobody to mess this up. That team before without that funny little thing and they in the FIBA thing when they come second or third or I don't even think they place. Whatever it was, they
yeah,
make it
no,
sure.
they have no chance, no man. Yeah, but
Exactly.
you still don't, but you still don't need to send LeBron. Like you say, you can still send better talent.
Nope. I ain't messing around with that. Nope. No, sir. I ain't making sure of this foolishness. We ain't messing around with that. No, sir. That ain't gonna work like that. All or nothing right now. We ain't, that's your business if you want to go send your second read. That ain't gonna happen. You might as well forget that. But
they
anyway,
better play better than they playing in the exhibition because these games close.
you see that with Australia? Boy, I know.
Australia. I think our Bahamian team gonna beat Australia.
Boy, why they give them? Boy, there's something, boy. Anyway, let's take a commercial break. We'll be right back.
Where you going, mate?
To go buy these tickets for the party tonight.
Why this boy so dumb?
Tickets242.com.
You know how hard it is?
They sell tickets for parties, concerts, plays, sporting events, everything.
You know how expensive bus is?
Well, if you just buy the tickets online, they could just send you it in the email. Then you could just print it off.
You know how strong mosquitoes is?
Or you could go to the box office downtown at the Genesis Street Gale.
You ain't scared of Joneses, eh?
And we're back with what's going on. Boy, I tell you, George. More things change, the more they remain the same. CID had Michael Johnson suspended for the recordings of him and a guy named BJ and Michael Fox Jr. to pay off to drop the investigation for that $1.4 million heist they had a couple of weeks ago in Nassau. Now,
A couple of weeks last year.
Yeah, last year, sorry. I got 2 parts of this story I gotta try to dig deep into. First part is, why would you, or why are we still, as high-ranking officials, I'm speaking of Mr. Johnson in the police department, taking these monies? Why you allowing these conversations? And the second part, we can dissect it. Why is it that when we have these investigations of these corrupt police, alleged corrupt police, the same police investigating, I can say if he do it or not. Now, the FDM came and say, hey, I think we need to bring Scotland Yard or somebody in here because I don't trust these fellas. Them, the rat can't guard the cheese. That can't happen. That can't happen. Bring in some other people to do this investigation so we get the right thing. We make sure we if the man guilty, he guilty. If we find the proof, then let's put him before the courts and let's do what we gotta do. But I cannot have. I don't feel right. I can sleep good if the Royal Bahamas Police Force is investigating the Royal Bahamas Police Force. Because I might as well tell you, if they tell me Carlo go investigate George, I might as well tell you now, he ain't do it. We might as well, we ain't gonna worry about all of that. We ain't gotta go. Yeah, I checked out this and I looked, I went through all the evidence, everything was clear. He ain't do it. So that's how I feel with the Royal Bahamas Police Force. But first, let's deal. You still think we got a bunch of crooked police on the police force, Mark? I guess
What's a bunch? I mean,
they say about 4,000 police. Let's say about 500 crooked.
Oh man.
You think so?
I don't. I mean, I don't really want to cast aspersions on because that's a lot of people. So now 5 or 4,000 is a lot. So every other police you're looking at is really crooked, and that might be placed in the basket too high because the thing is, if you look in society, um, if we usually say the politicians are the real crooks, and and all these big countries, there's usually a small fraction because crooked people are crook. I mean, crooked people don't let a lot of people in. Greedy people don't let that much people into their thing. So
Yep.
when you talk about crookery, probably on a smaller scale, but the big, I need $100,000 fellas. I don't think it's a lot of them. Like it ain't 500, it ain't 5,000 of them. You probably got some little foot soldiers, and you have a crew who got that on lock, and everybody else just got to fall in line. They probably get some lunch money for traffic ticket. The mind of a criminal. Hey, you got to have some nerves to ask for $100,000 a hardened criminal. This was a killers, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. So everybody, I don't think, a lot of people, I think, have that nerves to really even ask to be that gangster to come out and say, you know, to do those type of things. That's Denzel Washington training day type stuff.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah.
Cool, right? Because we just had an armored truck, 1.5. This money belongs to the bank, like you said. This is a serious crime. This thing happened like this call was like shortly, like a week or two after the actual robbery. These
Yeah.
tapes came out late, but this happened in real time. So
Mhm.
you gotta have some nerve. You're investigating. You already find out who do it and saying, "Boy, look here, man. I know you got it. Just what you can do. I
But
need this. Is what I need. The
but
lawyers.
how can we and I let all the Royal Bahamas Police Force officers out there? I know the majority of y'all are not into these type of things. Let's get that straight. But just like down in the Bahamas or any, a small population is doing all the no good stuff,
Yep.
and the bigger population can pay for it. But like you say, the nerve, the audacity for you to go to these fellas, because y'all get 1.4. So I know I only want one little thing. Just give me that little thing. And
Yeah.
just all can go away.
Yeah.
How, like you say, how do you get the nerve to act? You really got to be it. I know that ain't your first time acting.
No,
You
no.
done do some other stuff before.
And then you see you remember watching some of these movies where you got the senior guys, you got one or two crooked people, right? They still senior in command. So they give commands to these little fellas who probably don't know no better, right?
That's right.
That dude is a criminal. We need to go catch him. They think they're doing their job. You need to take this dude out. He just threatened to kill your mom. They paint these fellas as bad, and then they put legitimate legal cops who think they're doing a legitimate job. They're getting ready, right? So they have influence over. So sometimes I think even innocent people get caught up in some of these things because you think you're doing your job. This is the intelligence you get, but depends on who giving you the intelligence, right?
Yep.
you you go take this dude out. This dude is a threat. You just killed 10 people. They don't put one file. Tell you, oh, this dude bad. Like, yeah, he about to kill another person. You all need to shoot him. Shoot him on sight, right?
Yep.
Your country will be proud of you. And so, so it's easy for a few people to manipulate, to form their little cartels, to keep their money inside of a. So yeah, the issue of investigating, unfortunately, yeah, that's a problem.
Let's
That's a
go for
problem.
this.
That's a problem
Can,
throughout.
can we investigate ourselves?
Well, it's a problem inherent in the system because most of these systems say um, you're the police. Who else will investigate, right? Now, when you talk about bringing people from outside, even that, because at the end of the day, police organizations, if you don't realize, I tell my wife, that's a worldwide organization. Yeah, you're the Royal Bahamas Police Force, but they're friends with the NYPD. They think of that's like them Lord. You flash your sign, you're the police, right? So most of them got their codes and stuff. So it's hard to find police anywhere because a lot of them think alike. Well, why they investigating us? Who they right? So even when you bring someone from outside, sometimes you face with um, investigations being impeded because hey, today is me, tomorrow is you, right? You have to investigate I investigate you. Something happened here. I do something. Y'all come and investigate me. And so it's the same thing you see sometimes, I think, even in politics, right? One government come in, they say, okay, oh, we ain't gonna investigate them, do it. Let them slide. Why? Because when I do my mess, I don't want no one say nothing to me, right? And so I think the whole integrity needs to be looked at, even if you bring people from outside. Who pick these people from outside? Like you, because people good at bringing in people to rubber stamp or to gloss over here, check off some boxes here. We look at this to legitimize. Yeah, look good. Nothing to see here. You know,
Yeah.
I wasn't really.
I
We couldn't
agree.
really. Yeah, we couldn't really verify that was him on the call. You know, they got AI voices and all kind of things going on these days. So yeah, it's a problem, and it's good that the voice messages come up, because I think when you start to see these things, the sooner people tackle it and push it to the front and talk about it, it helps for it to not get so much out of control. Like now, you in some of these countries like Haiti or some of these where it's really just
Oh
endemic,
yeah. Oh yeah.
right? So now you could probably throw some salt on it, some water on, douse, keep people on the P's and Q's a little bit right now. But it's good to keep this magnifying glass on it. We as Bahamians, people like talk about what the 9-day rule news. We talk about things for a while and then boom, get caught up in the next story, and then they filter it out, and a year from now you be saying, what happened? What happened to Michael Jones? What happened to the investigation? And you look,
Case just
he done
gone
gone,
away.
he done gone from garden leave to maternity leave.
Mm-hmm.
He in the States. He already retired from the force. Quick case
Getting
gone
pension.
cold. Yeah, Fernando done in London or something. I commissioner. You know how to make these police
Oh yeah.
officers. So
Oh yeah.
and you look, the where investigation going. So we have to make sure. You see, they almost killed the homeboy, whoever.
Oh yeah.
Today, right? So
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of things. If he die again, I mean, that's probably going to kill a lot of the investigation. Yeah, they have the tapes, but sometimes people do that to whoever thinking about giving evidence, and so there's the intimidation factor, right? People scared to talk and come forward because you put yourself. I mean, this we dealing with killers, right? This
Yep.
ain't I could get in trouble or someone mightn't like me. This involved what's being alleged is people systemically taking out people, and the murder count in the Bahamas. So you can't think that it's just child's play. Yeah, let me go run down the station,
No,
tell everything I know. Tell it to
he
who?
felt serious.
Yeah, you don't know who to trust. So it always makes for a hard investigation, because some sensible people, buddy, I mean, I brave as the next man, but I don't know if I will put myself out there
No,
to be no sacrificial lamb. I can't trust you all when.
I would choose, especially if I ain't getting none of that 1.4.
No. What you see? What you know? Boy, I know nothing.
I know nothing. I wasn't there. Anyway, so we gonna have to wait and see how this turns out. I am hoping that we can get justice, because that's all I want to prevail. And the Royal Bahamas Police Force, y'all keep doing the great job that you are doing. Don't worry about the fellas them who trying to make y'all look bad. Y'all do your best to get rid of them and keep shining and keep protecting the Bahamas. We'll be right back with a commercial break.
I'm Flynn Doxson from Nose Witness News, reporting live from Sniper Paintball City. We're here with the manager, and he's going to tell us a little about what they have to offer.
Daddy, I got this at Sniper Paintball. We have paintball, cornhole, mini golf, batting cage.
Strike!
That's not a strike.
So come on down every Saturday and Sunday to Sniper Paintball City, located next to Crosstown, where you and the family can have a great time.
See you at Sniper.
I was supposed to start this segment up with some Elkin 3,000, what he is? Okay, 200, what he is? So Independence, Bahamas. I was supposed to start this up. Yeah, I ain't like how y'all boycott my boy like this year. I ain't even get much play this year. Y'all give him all the play last year.
Yeah,
now
too much. Too much.
No, y'all even give my boy a chance. Now I ain't seen him to no concert. I ain't seen him to no nothing. Y'all was singing my song all year last year around this time.
Yeah, y'all sing it out.
Yeah, y'all wrong for that. But the question of the day is, today's question, after 51 years, George, we getting any better? Are we making the strides and the steps to make us? And to me, we now need to go international. The Bahamas need, I ain't talking about tourism. I talking about now as a people, we need to go international. Just how we going to Olympics and everybody know the Golden Girls, everybody know the Golden Knights, everybody know the Miller Girl, everybody know Stevie Gardner. We need to carry ourselves as a people to get internationally known. Meaning educational wise, we need to start upgrading our educational system that, hey, guess what? When you're coming out of school, with international credits, because I don't want y'all to get mad at me. I know y'all get mad, but BJC said me ain't can do it, George. I'm sorry. They can do it.
They still did that. Wow.
They can do it. And they up it now. They saying if you ain't got the BJCs, you can't graduate. These BJCSCs and things like that. If you ain't got certain things, you can't graduate. I remember with us, it's only 2.0. And 2.0 is what you do all year round. Why I got I probably ain't good at exams. I don't do well at exams. All right? But because I do well through the school year, I might get one 3 point something, and then when you put in the exam, it dropped down to 2.4, 2.5. That's fine. Because in our day, it's coming out with one trade. You do plumbing and welding, you do electronics, you go do something. The guys that was coming out that know how to type could walk in any office and start doing office work.
Yeah.
Now, children come out of school, they know if they coming again. Nothing in their head other than Roblox and other foolishness. What we can do to get ourselves, our country, 51 years old, independent wise, how we can get now that, because one thing I like with India, them and China, them, they teaching their children and their people how to do these things from small. They ain't going down there to India, and every time someone answer the phone, welcome to Delhi. This is right. They do that for them because these people that know what they're doing and they're ready. I want the Bahamas to be on that level. I want the Apples. I want the Dells. I want the big companies to come looking for us because we know what we're doing and we talk great. 51 years. How long it take for us to get there, George? Talk to me.
Well, first off, you ain't none of those unrecognized independent babies.
No. I born in the year of independence.
Okay, well, you might have been entitled to compensation.
Oh, hallelujah. Oh, Lord.
That is you.
We was talking about it to work, and I said, hey, guess what? I don't even want to talk about this because we give these things life because there's no way that newscast who did that should be shot. Their license should be taken from them. And in case y'all don't know what I'm talking about, there's this young man who was born. He said he was the first independent baby. 1973, July 10th, he was the first child born, the first real Bahamian born.
Yeah, and he has a grievance.
And he have a problem because y'all didn't give him nothing for being born on July 10th.
Don't even recognize him. Don't recognize him. Y'all ain't named no building after him.
Nothing.
The airport.
The street. You could at least name a street after him. The Independence baby was born here. Nothing. And oh Lord, see now now you only proving my point now. We going backwards in life because we always want something for nothing. He had no control of when he was born, but yet he's sitting up here
You want
talking.
something. You don't get no benefits from the government. Actually, I I don't know whether that was a joke. That made my day. It was the funny. It was wrong. I agree with you because I thought it was a prank. It was a joke, but this was a true, real, serious story. Like
They upset me with that, Judge. They upset me with that. I'm very upset with that. Very upset.
If you don't laugh, you'll cry. Okay, back to your question. We need to come back to that. You need to play that clip next time. But
George, I intentionally, and I gotta do it for Bungie today, but I am not giving life to that foolishness. Utter nonsense.
So 51 years. So you know, I like to go deep into these things, right? So if I look around at the world that's going on, America is, how many years America is? They just celebrated their independence as well. And they got Biden and Trump running for president. We just talk about the fiasco that was going on yesterday. So when you look at it, Great Britain just had a big election, biggest defeat for the Conservative Party ever. They said Britain is in such a bad place. You know, never before, you know, things are bad. They had Brexit or whatever. They're trying to make Great Britain great again and all this, you know, trying to make America great again. So, you know, I'm looking around and sometimes you know, when it affects you, you think it's only you. You think you're falling behind the world. But if you look at a lot of these places in the world, it don't seem like no one getting better. Right, like and you talk about there's better technology, we got better things, travel, communication, all these different things, but those things are also coming with laziness. They come in with entitlement. Everybody now, you know, they're so educated now, so they're agnostics. They don't believe in God. They're atheists. They this, they that. Everyone got the answers, right? No one can write a letter. Everyone going to the computer AI. They type up on, you know, trying to, so everything look alike. So are we getting better? Because back then you had to learn how to read and grammar and different. Now everybody cheating to cheat codes. Just do this. So I don't know that we are getting better. Values pretty gone, much gone. No one can talk to you. A lot of things, you know, when we talk about, especially people our age, we always talk about how good things were, how it's not as good as it used to be. Especially in Grand Bahama, you look around, Grand Bahama don't look nothing like how it was when we were growing up years ago. So has it gotten better? No, it's gotten a hell of a lot worse. And, you know, you even look at places like Nassau, yeah, they put up more buildings and stuff, but Bay Street more run down and like, you know, the crime is out of control. We didn't have those things. So what is better, like with this development and you know, over the years, it's hard to say that we are better. We have more people, we have less, you know. So I don't know what the answer for that is. Like, seems like the politicians getting worse. Everyone just getting worse at these jobs. Like maybe life goes into peaks and valleys. Like the U.S. did get better and it get worse because they got rid of slavery. So they had some advancement. But now you come in full circle and you haven't the Trump and Biden, these two old people. You thought you was going somewhere with Obama. You had a young person. So maybe it's just these peaks and valleys. Maybe we will get better. Maybe we're going through a rough patch. We're still looking at that resurgence, a different style of leadership. We're looking for new people to get in, and it will happen because a lot of the older people, as you see, are dying off. So people are naturally coming in, but we also need to learn how to. We need to learn how. I think we lost Mr. Sweeting, but we need to learn how to one, reinvent ourselves. We need to learn how to recognize that things will not be the same. Like I was watching the Independence celebration the other day, and again, I stopped watching it years ago because I started to see the same thing over and over and over and over again, right? The same ceremonies, the same little police tattoo, and you know, all of that is well and good. There's a place for precedent and for having things that are tradition, but there's also boredom with a lot of tradition. You can't just stay stagnant with traditional things. Keep showing people. So in order for us to get better, it has to be changed. And sometimes when we change things, people say it's gotten worse because some people still want to see the old thing that they've been seeing over the years. It's not Bahamian if you don't do certain things a certain way. Um, some people haven't moved off the scene yet, so the program can't go out unless such and so sign off on it and they have the same type of ideas, etc. So we have gotten better in some respects. Our economy has grown. We're now starting to develop, I think, more some of the islands, Abacos, Eleuthera, Exoma. Some of those are starting to develop more. You're seeing more airlifts, more development on them. And again, when we talk about better, will that make them better? Because you can look at even Nassau as a model and said, yes, Nassau is more developed, but it came with a lot of things. Those islands may lose a lot of what they have, and that make people want to go back to them. I remember going to San Salvador some years back and seeing grape trees and cocoa plums and things that you don't see so much in Nassau and Grand Bahama because of development. So yeah, better is a hard thing to gauge. There are going to be changes, and I think they're just like the stock market and like life. You have recessions, you have times of plenty, you have recessions, you have time. So I think you will have these cycles of it seeming to be better, and then you'll have cycles that we'll go through when it looks like we're going backwards or that we haven't moved on or we have regressed. But overall, each generation will have to determine what the Bahamas looks like. And, it's just like music. You're going to have some people who have a preference to old school. So you're going to have some people like the way things were. And you're going to have a group of people who like where it is or where it's actually headed with the technology and everything else. Some people's going to say the place is going to crap. So it's going to be a matter of opinion in some regards. But we definitely want to always have a Bahamas where most people are employed gainfully. Most people can have their freedoms, freedom of religion, freedom of movement, freedom of speech. If we can safeguard those type of institutions and those type of freedoms, I think, again, we'll have the argument over what period is better, just like you're arguing who's better, Michael Jordan or LeBron James. But to each his own. It's a good time. We still have to live in the present, and so if it's not what we wanted now, we have to continue to strive to make it better, or to make it at least comfortable for us, and to make it a place for our children to grow up and to take the next step. This meeting, I don't see you anymore. I don't know if you're coming back. I don't know if we're still on air, but power went off. Anyway, so I think based on that, ladies and gentlemen, I will be signing off the show as well. I think my co-host, Mr. Sweeting, lost electricity, but it has been a pleasure coming into your homes. Continue to subscribe to the channel, support, and we will be back next week with another show. I won't go into the bongi of the day. We'll save it. It's simply not the same without DeCarlo Sweeting to introduce it. So I bid you all a good night until we meet again.